Welcome into the Cactus Golf Podcast, episode number 83. We have a full slate here for you. It's a news and notes. Start off the podcast. We have CJ Cup, Byron Nelson review. We also have the LIV Singapore review. Then we have, drumroll please, Wells Fargo preview. I don't know why I did the well.
I was going to say, it's supposed to be exciting, but not that exciting. But that's all right.
It's elevated event. We'll see. Betting corner after that to wrap it up. You ready to get started?
Let's rock and roll.
All right. So for news and notes, I had a few things here this week. So we saw that came out last couple of days, some PGA Championship invites for some LIV players. Yep. So we had Patrick Reed, Talor Gooch, Dean Burmeister, Lucas Herbert, Adrian Moronk, and David Puig. All got some invites. You see that?
Yep, I did. I mean, I didn't see the full extent of who, but the main one of all of them, of course.
No asterisk.
There's no asterisk for this. So someone said finally Jordan Spieth will feel great if he completes his career Grand Slam with no asterisk right there. So I didn't see all the rest of them, but yeah, good. That's make the field more interesting, more fun, and whoever plays best that weekend walks away.
Yeah. So Louis Oosthuizen also got an invite, but he said no thanks. Got some personal commitments.
So, fair enough.
So yeah, he's by Data Golf rankings, he's number 32 in the world. Louis Oosthuizen. So
he said having playing some good stretch here on LIV, so that doesn't surprise me.
I think he's like fourth on LIV standings actually.
That's probably right.
Yeah, so that's good to see. I think it's interesting that we kind of were looking at Masters to like kind of be the bipartisans of like the golf world, inviting everybody in. Mm-hmm. But I do think in hindsight it's always 2020. But PGA doing this actually makes sense because they did theoretically come to a merger, right? The framework agreement that we all keep talking about. So it doesn't make sense that they actually are inviting these guys.
But it's also like this is where I get confused sometimes because it's the PGA of America that's hosting the tournament, not the PGA Tour.
Right.
So it gets a little weird.
Well, I think
I'm sure there's some
interminglings
connection there, obviously, but that confused me, early on of my time, like learning about the golf space is, why this is a PGA event. Like, oh, not technically, it's the PGA national event, but whatever. But anyways, yeah.
Yeah. So 16 total of players will be playing at the PGA Championship next week. Tiger also accepted his invite. No surprise there. So we'll see him again. Hopefully we can see 4 days of Tiger again.
I'm fingers crossed because we're going and I have tickets on Saturday, and so my dad and uncle and I have an agreement that if after the first day if Tiger's not playing well, we're getting tickets for Friday just so we can see him. When again am I gonna be able to have a chance to see Tiger? Especially I've never seen Tiger play in person, so this could be the one and only time, unless
Well, I don't know. We have that saying, right? Never meet your hero. Right?
Yeah. Unless he goes to the Champions Tour, then we'll see him here in Phoenix. But
yeah.
I doubt it.
So yeah, Tiger. We'll see him. Hope at least 2 days there. So the last thing I had, not the last thing here, but the last big thing that I really am excited to talk about is LIV teams are reportedly to have their home courses. Did you see that? We don't swear a lot on here, but fuck yeah, that's awesome. That would be sick, actually.
That honestly would be really cool. I'm not gonna lie, that would be cool because essentially that would replace the LIV from having to find different venues every time. Is what I gathered from this, and the Majestics would host it one time, and then.
I just think it'd be sweet.
Range Goats would host it at their course the next week, and then so it's you might have home court advantage, and I think it's really smart from a fan standpoint because then if you have a local course for your team, let's say Smash picks out Phoenix, everyone's gonna be rooting for Smash GC. It gets that camaraderie of a team sport into golf. So
yeah, you can really rally around it behind fans, kind of get that core fan in that city or whatever where that's at. But then also as a team, I think what I was reading is they can also just shape the course to how they want it. Kind of like the Ryder Cup where the home team, the home country kind of shapes the course.
I wish they would reveal more information on because they also just opened up the trade window. That's what you're gonna say, but I forgot. I did see the home course thing, but they opened up the mid-year trading window where they can make a straight swap for people, and they can also renegotiate contract extensions for people whose contracts are coming up for the team. I wish they would release more info on that. Like, what's the salary cap? Like, where is this money coming from?
There is a salary cap.
Like, where is this coming from though? Like how does, range goats? I mean, a golf course is not cheap, clearly, right? So to think that like range goats or Smash or any of these teams are just going to be buying a golf course and like, that's bizarre to me. Like, are they buying it or are they just like claiming this as their home course?
I think they're going to buy them.
That's wild.
That would be super fun. That would be sick. I mean, just have you could have like, you see how like baseball stadiums, how sometimes like St. Louis, they do the arch in the outfield.
Yeah.
You could even like mow the Smash logo in the fairway.
So that's,
how sick that would be?
Have you ever seen the Dallas Cowboys have a golf course? I don't know if you know that.
Yeah.
Their fairways have the big stars.
Yeah, I mean, that would be sick.
Yeah, that made me think of that.
That would be
cool.
nasty, dude.
Yeah, that would be honestly really, really fun. I just don't see how that's profitable year round. Like, you have to have that open up to like people to play. Like, I'm assuming like outside of the season, like when they're not playing there, because like, how do you just like own a golf course?
I'm sure, yeah, at some point they'd be like, you could pay to play there.
You've got to have it open. So and maybe that's
membership.
Crazy.
Yeah, memberships.
Memberships.
Sure,
yeah, that would be that's wild. That is very, very wild. All of this, but I do wish they opened up more to like, how much are these players signing for these teams? Like, what does that look like?
That also, like, another question, like, I think most of the players signed 2 and 3 year contracts when they first started LIV. I mean, that window, like, those contracts are expired.
It's coming up.
Yeah.
So
like DJ, Brooks, I mean, all those guys probably 2-3 years.
Some of the early ones to convert over are coming up pretty soon.
I wonder what that negotiation is going to look like.
That's a really good question.
I mean, at this point, I think they're kind of pot committed. Like a player?
I think Liv's kind of like also at the same time, it's like, good luck going back. Like, it hasn't really happened. There hasn't been too much news about it, I guess. So they're kind of like stuck almost in a sense.
Yeah.
Unless they come out and say eventually, hey, you can come back and play, or you can go back there and play, or anyone can play anywhere, or however they want to work.
I don't think anybody knows what the future holds. I know Greg Norman came out and said Liv's going to be around for like decades, but I don't know. I don't know. What else are you going to say if you're
any well-spoken CEO of any company can say.
Yeah, what else are you going to say if you're in that
Blockbuster
position?
CEO probably say the same thing. So.
We're going to be here forever.
We're staying.
Okay.
We don't need streaming.
That's all I had for news and notes.
The only thing I had, again, just really quick, we mentioned it last podcast, but there was another drop again for Sunday Red, and again, they sold out in 30 minutes. That's crazy. Again, we don't know how many units they dropped.
We did kind of call it though. We said they're probably going to have like a red drop on their own.
Yep.
Right?
So it was I forget the name of the drop, but it was something red.
I forget what it was. Yeah, like Traditions or something like that.
No. It was. I'm gonna look it up. Oh, I have the website still up here. It's Oh, I have no internet. That's crazy. That wouldn't make any sense. It's like it's something with red in the name, of course.
Wow. Oh, Sunday Red. Yeah.
Yeah. Their collection is just all one word though. No, I'm just kidding. It's all things red. That was their collection. And I think their next one that's coming out is the Brave. And I believe this is going to be what he'll be wearing for the US Open. Because the original drop of the Hunt is what he is going to be wearing for the PGA Championship. And I said that somewhere in here. Yeah, be wearing at the 2024 PGA Championship.
I guess that's smart.
And then the next drop, I'm assuming the next big one will be for the U.S. Open next month, and so on and so forth. So it looks like, now I'm kind of thinking about it, I wonder if they were trying to release some of because they had a green drop. It was called, I forgot the name of that one now too. Sunday Red Selects, yeah. Mm-hmm. But this is, they call the Pines Collection too. I wonder if this was supposed to be for the Masters, and like maybe they just couldn't get it in time, maybe. Because that would make sense,
Yeah. I mean, there's no yellow in there, though. You just got maybe some yellow.
Yeah, you would think.
Maybe.
You would think. But, obviously the traditional color of the green jacket, that's what I think. But, yeah, for some yellow for sure. But, anyways, sold out again. So, that's absolutely wild. Did finally receive some of the stuff from our first order. I should say finally. Like, it was pretty fast, actually. Quality's great. Really, really nice stuff, so props to them.
Sunday Red. All right, let's move on to the CJ Cup Byron Nelson review. So Taylor Pendrith, he gets his first PGA win. This actually also qualified him for the PGA next week, so clutch timing there for his first PGA win. Ben Coles coughs up on the 72nd hole.
Jokes.
Oh, man. I got something in my throat. Ben Coles
So did he.
was, just couldn't quite get across the finish line there.
No, that was tough.
He was minus 320, standing over his third shot on the 18th on the 72nd hole there. It was a tough lie, but
Yeah.
I mean that's something like I would do on the golf course. You know, you decelerate through it and then it just doesn't go anywhere. You know, it's just something everybody's kind of done before, but not in that scenario. So he finishes leading up to this event. It was kind of interesting to see, like, this kind of was out of nowhere for Ben Cole. So his finishes leading up to this solo second finish was, let's see, so T52, T47, cut, withdraw, cut, and then he had T6, but it was at the Puerto Rico Open, so that's like the other field event, you know, and then cut, T78, cut. This came out of completely nowhere. He did finish T28 at the Zurich, but that's a team thing,
Correct,
you know, and then only 32 made the cut, or, you know, whatever.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, it's completely out of nowhere for Mr. Coles there. But yeah, this second place finish did get him into this week's Wells Fargo at least, so I guess that's one silver lining there. But did you watch the very end there? Of what? Of the
a little bit,
ending,
Yeah.
Yeah, I was watching it, and it was not pretty. I mean, he did clutch up a little bit before. He birdied 16-17 to take the lead.
Mm-hmm.
And, just...
It's a tough sight. It's a tough sight.
Lights got too bright.
He got a little excited. I did see I was digging through some more about Taylor Pendrith, just to learn more about him. And one of his career goals is to play at Augusta, and that win solidified that for next year. So that's got to be a great feeling to walk away like that, because I think that was his first win, and I forget how many starts that he's had. It's a lot. It's quite a bit.
Yeah,
so.
he's not too young. He's probably definitely in his 30s, I want to say. But yeah, it was good to see him. We've seen a lot of good Canadian golfers, break through lately. With who would we have? Hadwin won the Canadian last year. Is that right?
Yes.
And he's the one that got tackled. Or,
the RBC.
No, his buddy got the one that got tackled.
Yeah.
And then we've had Connors. We've had
Corey Connors.
Svensson won.
No, who was the Wii Space Management? Taylor.
Oh my gosh.
No, not Taylor. Taylor?
No, it's Pendrith.
Oh, then
Nick Hardy?
No, Nick Hardy's a singer. What? Isn't it? No, he's also a singer.
Is he? Oh,
yeah,
I don't know.
I think Hardy's.
Why can't we think of the winner of the Waste Management?
It's I can see what he looked like.
I know.
He wears Adidas shoes. I guess he wore black Adidas shoes.
Oh my gosh, this is killing me.
It's
We have Google right in front of us, but I don't want.
I don't want to. I don't want to. We're gonna draw this episode out as long as possible.
Nick Taylor. That's what I said. Nick Hardy. Nick Taylor.
Nick Taylor. There it is.
I think Nick Hardy's a golfer.
He is, but I also think of.
I don't know.
I don't think the singer Hardy. Maybe his name is not Nick. Every time I hear that, I think of him immediately. So that's my
Nick Taylor. That's what it is.
Yeah, Nick
I was
Taylor.
close. All right, so yeah, that's where were we before that? We got lost in the sauce.
Canadians were doing well.
Golfers. Yeah, good job, Canada, producing some good golfers. Our friends up north there. I'll run through the top 10 here real quick. So Taylor Pendrith obviously wins. Ben Coles solo second. Alex Noren solo third. T4 we had a grouping: S.H. Kim, Aaron Rye, Ben On, Matt Wallace, and solo 8 was Jake Knapp, the Napster. He was in that final grouping on Sunday with Pendrith and Coles. T9 we had Rafael Campos, Taiga Simikawa, Tiger? I don't know. Kevin Tway, Troy Merritt, all rounds out the top 10. Had some other notables here: Minwoo Lee, T24, Tom Kim, T52. Jason Day, T59. Jordan Spieth miscut.
Tough for the Spiethmeister. First, a couple of comments. S.H. Kim, I think we said this last week too. Playing well. Playing really, really well. Honestly, I'm honestly really surprised. I don't know if surprised is the right word, but just been noticing that he's been staying relevant this season.
So Ben a miscut this week. I don't know if he's in the field, actually. I'll have to double check.
He is. He's got pretty good odds, actually, to win, actually.
So you bet on him?
No.
Oh.
No. I stayed away like the plague. I want to say his odds to win were like plus 2,500, which is like
That's
5th or 6th.
Dang, yeah. Wow.
Yeah.
That's pretty short odds. Dang. That's
Let
like
me
the same
see.
as like Cameron Young and a lot of
I
like,
wanna
Tommy
say
Fleetwood right around there. Are you
He's.
sure? 2,500?
Oh, wait. I was thinking Siwoo Kim.
Yeah, I was gonna say what?
Yeah, that's what I was
I was
thinking.
gonna say he should be down probably like 6,000, 7,000 maybe.
I that was my bad. I was thinking
Siwoo,
Siwoo, not SH Kim. Just
I didn't have
I
Siwoo's
changed
finishing. Sorry.
I changed a letter there. That was all. Just the
SW Kim, SH Kim,
Yeah.
Siwoo.
That's where I did that one. Anyways, so SH Kim, I don't know. You might be playing good. I'm not sure.
SH, I don't know if he's in the field. This week.
Probably.
Siwoo will be.
He might be. I don't know. We'll see.
But yeah, so we had good. I mean, not the strongest field, like I said. Spieth was miscut. He was the betting favorite going into the week, so
Correct.
it was wide open after that. And Tom Kim wasn't really pushing. Jason Day not really pushing for anything. So good to see. One of another long shot in the season of long shots. Another long shot here. I think Pendrith was like 100 to 1.
Mm-hmm.
I want to say I saw some people that cashed some tickets on Twitter with him. So nice for them. Good wins.
How do you make that pick?
It was some people that I follow. I think it was like Derek Farnsworth. He's like a PGA, a DFS kind of guy. He's a guy I've kind of looked at before for some of my picks that I make. I didn't see his suggestion there for that, but they're also making like 8 picks probably a week. So
Yeah,
maybe a
that's
few more
fair.
than we do.
That's fair.
And then that's I think I forget his exact analysis behind it. But he's been good with long irons. It was a longer course with TPC Craig Ranch. And I think that's you're just looking for the long odds and trying to find everything you can. But did you see any pictures of the course like while they were playing?
No.
Was not in great shape actually.
I know Texas had some bad weather last weekend.
Well, it wasn't even like you could
Mass, not the
see the sod that got rolled out. Like
Oh.
it looked like they just rolled out like patches of sod. Like like the rolls of
Yeah.
that it looks like they just rolled it out like the week before, like a couple days before, because like on Sunday you could still just see like the rolls of sod that like just got laid out almost. Like it was kind of odd, and not all of it looked great. It wasn't quite as bad as what we mentioned last week, like with that Tulsa tournament LIV had.
Yeah.
It wasn't quite that bad, but it was pretty blatant how like obvious the sod was. I mean, obviously, I don't think the players weren't complaining, so it might not have affected like a play too much, but you could definitely see it on TV.
I'm not seeing too much of online. Maybe they're just not typing. I'm not really sure what to type. I typed in TPC Craig Ranch bad pictures, so I'm not really sure what to Google here. But
yeah, it wasn't. I mean,
sucks.
nothing like too crazy. I didn't see too many people on Twitter mentioning it, but I did see one person like kind of pointed out with a screenshot, and I was like, yeah, that. And then I saw it when I was watching on Sunday. Like, yeah, you could see. Like, I think Pendrith's approach on 18, like it didn't hinder his shot, but like it was literally in the middle of a patch of sod that just like looks like it got laid out. So I thought it was odd. But yeah, that's all I had for the CJ Cup Byron Nelson. Did you have anything else to add?
Just the name is just.
Yeah, I know it's clunky.
Yeah, too clunky. I agree. I just have 2 truths and a lie. That's all I really got for this one. So Taylor Pendrith, 2 truths and a lie. Going back to the traditional 2 truths and a lie versus last week. So let me know which one's the lie. He is a huge Toronto Maple Leafs fan. He started playing golf in 2003. He is a PXG athlete.
Man, I watched him. I don't know what clubs he was looking at. You haven't asked me about that stuff in a while, I feel like. Maple Leafs, I mean, he's from Canada, so that would, I guess, track 2003. And if he's in his, like, 30s, I think you want to say he's, like, 31, 32. 2003, 21 years ago. I guess that would track, right? And what was the last one?
That he's a PXG athlete.
PXG. I mean, Maple Leafs, you could say maybe that's just like the layup that you would think would make sense. There's also a lot of Canadian hockey teams, obviously. I want to say there's like 6 or 8, something like that. I don't know where he's after. From Canada. But I know he's from Canada. I'm going to say... man, I don't have a good lean here. He's not PXG.
Ding, 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 ding.
Let's go.
You got it right. So he's actually Ping, Driver, and Fairwoods, Srixon, Irons, and Cleveland wedges.
I think Nap's PXG, I want to say, right?
I believe so, yeah.
He's PXG.
Yep. And you can see like he wears Srixon hats and all that good stuff.
There you go.
So he is 32, so that math kind of checks out. He didn't start. He started like when he was like 12.
Yeah, that is a little later, I want to say.
Yeah, 12 years old when he's picked up a club and started playing golf. And
if you would have said the age instead of saying the
Raiders.
year, if you would have said when he was 12, that might have stumped me. I don't know why, but that might have.
I was just lazy. I just put the
I don't know. That, for some reason, that might have stumped me. I don't know. But all right, cool. I think we were like 4 for 4 because I did the 3 last week. You got the 1 from LIV last week, I want to say. Mm-hmm. So our streak as a team is extending. We're balling out here. We're approaching Scotty levels here. What we're doing on 2 trades.
Yeah, we're so far since we started counting. Since the beginning, you're 23 and 25. 23 right, 25 wrong.
That's not bad.
So that's, again, Hall of Fame numbers there, man.
Yeah, we're approaching Nelly Corda numbers here. All right, let's move on to the LIV Singapore review here. So Brooks Koepka, he gets his 4th LIV win. That is first LIV player to 4 wins.
We're going to hear so many of these stats is what I started thinking of. Like, anytime like anything new starts, so like, the first person to do this, the first person to do that. Like he might be the first person with 5 wins and 6 wins. But yes, good. I mean, obviously that's fantastic.
It is good. He jumps to 5th in the individual standings. I think I mentioned a couple weeks ago that we were kind of looking for him to make a push here because he hadn't gotten off to a good start. Ripper GC, they get their 2nd straight win. They don't let the hangover of winning in their home event keep them down. They get their 2nd straight win. They jump to 3rd in the team standings. I'll just go straight here to the top 10. So Brooks first, T2 Cam Smith, Mark Leishman. They help carry that Ripper GC win. Solo 4th, Talor Gooch, and T5 Hatton and Thomas Peters. T7 we had DJ Neiman, Kevin Na making an appearance there. T10 John Rahm, Eugenio Shakara, Adrian Moronk, and Abraham Answer. A few notables here I got Patrick Reed T14. Phil Mickelson were respectable T22, Bryson T27.
That's pretty good. Good for Phil. Actually, in my note I had here is the Talor Gooch gets PGA Championship exemption, no more asterisk. But I figured that the Rippers GC had to win this week to pay for the tax deficit that they took last week in Australia. So that made sense. Of course, your Anthony Kim tracker of the week for LIV, he was 2nd to last.
He started 2, or was that last week? He started 2 under, then tanked.
I want to say last week.
Was it last week?
He
started at 2 under, and then tanked. I didn't see how he did.
Second to last this week. And then another thing I wanted to talk about real quick was Mito Pereira. Let's run through Mito real quick, okay? Mito's season.
There's a reason he's not on the notable finishers because he's not notable.
He's went from 44th, 49th, 32nd, 48th, 35th, 8th at Australia. Good for him. And then 48th again. That's his. That's
some Bing Coles numbers right there.
Yes, and let alone last season he finished 8th in the individual ranking. I mean,
he's going to be on like the cut zone. You know, they have the cut zones.
He is having a tough season.
You better watch out, or Danny Lee's going to come for him.
Danny Lee, having finished 2nd, or might have been 3rd.
Yeah, he was pretty low. He's pretty low down there.
Worst.
I remember seeing his name. Yeah.
But yeah, Mito is just absolutely struggling, and it's tough to watch.
I think the rest of the Torquay team's doing all right, though. I mean, Neiman obviously.
Yep.
Puig, is he on the... No, I think he's Fireballs. Puig's Fireballs, I think. 'Cause it's an all-Spanish team.
Yeah.
I forget.
Answer? No, that's Fireballs.
Yeah. I forget who else is on the Tour K. It's Neiman, Pereira. Is Answer?
No, we just said that. Abraham Answer.
No, he's in Mexico.
He's random.
What is he, Fireballs too?
Fireballs,
okay.
Yeah. Now, okay, hang on. You got me thinking here.
I want to say it's an all South America.
Well, LIV doesn't believe in, what's the word I'm looking for?
Sebastian Munoz.
Yes.
And, shoot, I can't remember the last guy's name. I just saw his face.
Carlos Ortiz, that's it.
LIV
doesn't believe in diversity. They do.
That's it's good with the home courses if they get to that. That's what I think. They probably had it, I assume, in the works maybe at some point. So that's smart. I mean, I like that.
I wonder where they would, like, some of these USA teams, where would they put their course? Like, where do you see Bubba, range?
I mean, they all live, like, probably West Palm Beach. I mean, I know Brooks is from West Palm Beach, so I would imagine them somewhere around there probably. But that'd probably be hard real estate to get, though.
Gotta be.
Yeah.
It's gotta be.
I bet Texas, at least a couple in Texas. Maybe one out here. High Flyers, I don't know. They're kind of all over the place. They had Paul Casey on their team, I think, right?
No. It's Phil, Brendan Steele.
Oh, Paul
Cameron,
Casey.
Tringle?
I forget. Tringale, yeah.
Tringale and Andy Ogletree.
Or they might be.
Crushers. Yeah, Bryson. That's his Paul Casey.
Paul Casey.
He's
Anirban Lahiri. Yeah, that's a weird. That's one's kind of all over the place.
I don't know. That's where they would. This is like, where would Four Aces be?
Four Aces. I could see that would be like Texas.
Pat Perez is he lives in Arizona. DJ's Florida for sure. Patrick Reed, I would assume Florida. And Harold Varner, I have no clue.
I could see a team in Cali, maybe.
Yeah. It's gotta be.
We'll see. All right, that's all I had before. You have anything else to add to LIV?
No.
All right.
No.
I got a quiz for you here. I got the two trues. I'm excited about this one. I like this one. Okay, two trues and one lie for Brooks Koepka. You ready?
Mm-hmm.
So he's finished top 5 in every major. He finished top 5 in every major in 2019. Pretty impressive stat, if true. Favorite football team is the Miami Dolphins. And, okay, so stay with me on this one. The world rankings started in 1986, right?
Okay.
Of the 4 golfers to win 5 majors or more since the world ranking started in 1986, he has the fewest weeks holding the title of world number 1.
I believe that. Number 1 is just way too long. So it's such a crazy thing to... I guess you can change up one little word. I somewhat believe that aspect of it. Because, God, Tiger owned number 1 for ever.
I think it's like 360-something weeks total cumulative.
And at one point, Jordan Spieth had world number 1 in the teens.
But to qualify, you have to win at least 5 or more majors.
Oh, got it.
Of the 4 golfers to win 5 majors since the world rankings, he's had the fewest weeks holding the title number 1.
Okay. Give me the first 2 again.
Finished top 5 in every major in 2019. Favorite football team, Miami Dolphins.
See, I know he's from that area, he's from, Palm... I don't know my geography that well. Because I know there's Jacksonville's down in there somewhere, but isn't that more by the Gulf?
Jacksonville's more north.
Yeah.
Northeast.
Yeah.
Tampa Bay is like Gulf.
Tampa Bay's southwest, right? Yeah. I'm going to go with the first is a lie.
Nope. He did finish top 5 in every major. I think it was 2 seconds.
2019?
2019. Was it 2 seconds? A fourth? I forget exactly what it was. But yeah, it was top 5 in every major in 2019 without a win, though.
Yeah.
And so his favorite football team, he's kind of all over the place with all of his teams. So, let's see. He was a Packers, was his football.
Really?
Lakers, basketball, and then they didn't say like hockey or anything. It said Manchester United for soccer. Those are the only 3 that were listed on where I looked.
Packers.
Yeah, I don't know. He's all over the place, right? Yeah.
That's bizarre.
That's kind of odd.
That one got me.
Yeah.
That one got me.
But yeah, so
would you be surprised if I was like, oh, he's a huge Packers fan?
Yeah, I would.
That would have been crazy.
So yeah, of the 4 golfers to win 5 majors, he's the least weeks holding number 1. I think it was 41 weeks, so not too long there.
Mm-hmm.
And so yeah, there's been 4 golfers there. You can probably so there are kind of harder names to.
I was trying to think in my head.
Because I mean, Tiger obviously.
Yep.
Let's see. Rory's not there. He has only won 4. Let's see.
Phil?
Phil was, he's won 5, right?
I believe so.
He's won 3 green jackets. Or has he won 6?
Yeah, I forget how many majors he's won. I know he's won the the PGA Championship back in...
And he's never won the U.S. Open. He's runner-up like 17 times.
Yeah. So Tiger, Phil...
Gosh, I should have screenshotted my list there that I had.
Yeah, you should have, because now I'm trying to think.
But I do want to say there was a stat that I wanted to shout out, that Tiger had 2 separate streaks of more than 200 straight weeks at number 1.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
2 separate ones?
2 separate streaks of over 200 weeks straight. And then there was another thing, looking into this research for this question, I thought it was kind of cool. Like during COVID, they paused like the weeks because there weren't like events.
Yeah.
So Rory was number 1, like once it got paused for COVID.
Yeah.
For 12 weeks, so those 12 weeks don't count towards total, which I guess kind of makes sense, but
yeah, because
also
playing. Yeah, I guess I get it.
You can kind of see both sides of the coin there.
Yeah. Who else has won 5+ majors?
Let me see here. There's also another thing. I'm trying to find it here, but I'm stalling until I find it. But there wasn't an American to hold the number 1 spot. It started in 1986, right? Uh-huh. The first American to get the number 1 spot was Fred Couples in 1992. So there were...
How many majors has Fred won?
How many majors?
Yeah.
You can look that up.
I am. I'm going to try and also find your question at the same time, too.
I found this. This is where I was. I thought it was here. Oh, here we go. Yeah. So, yeah, Tiger with 15 majors, obviously. Nick Faldo was 6. He had more weeks at number 1. And then we have Seve Ballesteros, 5 at 61 weeks, number 1.
Never got that.
Brooks at 47 weeks. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, so 4. Yeah, so those were the 3 more than him. Rory, 1 less major, but 122 weeks at world number 1. And then Scotty only has 2, obviously. And then Ernie Els at 4, just missed that cut, but he only had 9 weeks at number 1. Winning 4 majors, but only 9 weeks at number 1 is kind of bizarre.
That is kind of good.
That is really bizarre, yeah.
Wow.
Just learning all kinds of things over here, huh?
Educational.
2 truths and many facts. How about that? That'll be the new segment.
My
2
brain,
truths and many
facts. I can
facts.
feel it growing right now. Thank God I'm drinking some protein shake right now, because it's like a post-workout what I got right here, so I can keep these gains going. All right, let's keep moving here to the Wells Fargo preview. Defending champion Wyndham Clark. He won by 4 strokes last year. 1 by 4 strokes. Impressive first kind of coming out party for Wyndham last year. Quail Hollow Club, Charlotte, North Carolina, par 71, 7,558 yards. Another long course. It is the 3rd longest on tour, actually. No Scotty Scheffler this week. Everybody has a round of applause for that one. Everybody's excited. Pumped. I posted that old commercial on our TikTok and our Instagram. It didn't get any love. I thought that was great, because you remember that commercial? You ever see that? I actually
you never saw that?
No.
I remember seeing that back in the day, and it just kind of clicked. I'm like, this would be really fun. I should have put more effort and put Scotty's head over Tiger or something like that. That would have been a little better, but that would have been quite a bit. I don't know if my editing abilities are that good, but I thought that was good, because everybody, he's won 4 out of the last 5 or whatever he's played.
Yeah.
And finished second in the one he didn't.
They're all pumped.
Everybody's got to be like, oh, we have a chance finally. Yeah. Thank you, Scotty. Thank you. I forget Scotty's wife's name, but thank you for having a baby finally. Meredith, that's right.
They had the kid finally?
Well, I think it's coming, right?
Yeah, I don't think it's.
I saw a great tweet, and I can't remember exactly what it was. I'm gonna butcher how it was, but it's it feels like Scotty's wife's been pregnant for 14 months, because they started talking about it at the Masters.
Yeah. We're almost we're a month in since they started talking about this now.
Middle of April.
Yeah,
or a little earlier April.
Yeah,
almost a month.
That's a little tough for them.
Pop that thing out finally. Come on now.
Good
things
God.
gonna be.
I tell you what, if they have that kid and he comes back next week and wins the PGA Championship,
Oh my gosh,
that's going to be crazy.
I did see that Sam Burns just had a baby as well 2 weeks ago, I think.
Yeah, the week after the Masters, because they were both rumored to drop and go at moment's notice.
And go. All right, so we'll also have no Obear this week. He dropped out due to a soreness in his knee. So no Obear, unfortunately. It'll be a 68-player field with no cut. So it'll be exciting. We'll get to see...
Must have been pretty bad soreness for guaranteed money this week.
Yeah, I mean, preparing for the PGA, maybe. I don't know.
Yeah, yes. Jesus. All right. $20 million purse. I got the current favorite at Rory. The odds kept fluctuating. The last I saw was plus 700. And then same with Xander. His was fluctuating. I saw it at plus 900, and now it's at plus 1,000 for Xander this week. So, I like it. But just to echoing what you said, I think some of these golfers are just really excited to finally be able to get a win this week with Scotty's not here. I mean, really, he's just absolutely dominating, and I'm excited for.
And Obear, actually, because Obear finished second at Masters.
The
next event, he was right in contention as well.
Correct.
So even more open.
Dude, they're gonna be excited. Rory's got to be just grinning ear to ear right now. He's just got to be pumped. Same with Xander, honestly.
Xander's excited to get his top 5 and not win. He can pencil.
You know what?
You can pencil that top 5 no win. That should be a bet. Top 5 no win.
That would be. That'd be a good bet. You ready for picks, or you got anything else you want to talk about? I'm not a fan of the guy, but I'm going Morikawa.
Not a fan of Morikawa.
No, I'm not. I think he's arrogant. I don't like him. Yeah, I don't like him. Yeah.
Well, this
I don't know. It stemmed from the
hot take. I feel like
it stemmed from the Full Swing Part 1. Yeah, I don't the first Full Swing when he was in there. I just listening to him talk, and I did not like him personally. That's just my personal opinion. I never met him in person, obviously, so like maybe if I met him, I think differently, but I think I don't know, just doesn't seem like a guy that I would like. So.
Hater.
He might win me some money this week.
The hater club over here. Dang,
that's not hate.
Coming
from you, you're like, screw Tony Finau, screw Jason Day.
Well, that's just because they never win. That's okay.
I mean, I don't like Talor Gooch either, but that's all right. I shouldn't say that. I just don't think he's gonna win this.
I never really, but like Gooch, like he's like a pretty, that's a pretty common thing.
Yeah.
Morikawa, I haven't heard people have negative feelings about Morikawa.
No, not a fan. Not a fan of him. But anyways, I am going with him this week. Just recently, he went back to his, I want to say swing coach he just changed to, or mental coach, or some coach that they cut ties back in 2022 or 23. And then he kind of dwindled down, and then they just came back together. They were for his entire career, they were together. So, but anyways, 10 events this season, 6 top 25s, 3 top 10s. He had a great performance at the Masters and RBC Heritage. So I'm excited to see if he can secure the win this week.
Okay, I'm going back with Tommy Fleetwood. I think, he's always on the cusp there. He had a great finish, kind of a backdoor top 5 at the Masters there. But I think, we're always waiting for Tommy to get that first win on PGA Tour. Everybody's waiting for him. He had great major success without a win. He's had a lot of DP World Tour success, a lot of PGA success, just never had the win. It's got to be coming, right? So I think, two of the big dogs are out of the way this week. So I think it's a good chance for Tommy Boy to run the breakthrough here.
I like it. Right. You're going to see him in my betting corner too. So
Good. Okay, well, let's go ahead and get into betting corner. I didn't have a good result. Did you have a result last week?
I forgot to update yours, but I went -6.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Could have been worse.
Yeah. So I had, I totally forgot to update yours in here. So click that. I had, the only thing that worked out for me was Cam Smith. I had him top 5. He finished T2 at LIV. So everything else, like I had Alex Noren in a triple chance, so that was kind of close. But Brendan Steele, nowhere close. CT Pan with Drew.
Oh yeah, I had him. He was
so that didn't help too much. Last time I go down that far on a list, and other than that, yeah, it was the Cam Smith, and it honestly came back on the third day on Sunday for him is when he made that charge. So was happy for that, but.
Yeah, I did not do very well. Paul Casey, Andy Ogletree did not do well for me. Yeah, Pan withdrew. I missed the cut parlay. Just David Thompson missed the cut. Everybody, Hughes, Shank, and then we all made the cut, so that was close. But no cigar there. That's all right. Well, what was the standings here?
We've got I'm minus 414. You're minus 209.
Okay, it's not too bad. We can work with that. I'll get started. I'll kick us off. How about that?
Let's do it.
I'll get started. My first one, I'm going Akshay Bhatia, common name. I feel like we've said his name quite a bit, over the last couple months here. Akshay Bhatia, I'm going top 10 for Mr. Bhatia, plus 360, 22 units. He's been playing really well. I mean, I think he's shown out that he, belongs with, up here, with some of the big dogs. And, I think he won... was it the Valero or was it in San Antonio? He won that event over Danny McCarthy. Really was lapping the field until Danny McCarthy just went ballistic.
Yeah.
So really showed out. I think he's definitely got the game to be able to.
God, what tournament was that? That's
it was one of them in Texas. I can't remember.
Valero or Texas Children's, one of the two.
Yeah, one of the two there. But yeah, he's definitely shown he's got the game to compete at these big events like this. I think he can do it. I think his odds outright were like 5,500 again, 5,000. Which was basically the same odds as it was when he won that. He was 5,500 when he won that event at a worse field. So I think he's not getting quite the respect he deserves. So I'm going with the plus 360, 22 units on him to kind of quiet the haters of Vegas, giving him some bad odds.
I like that. Speaking of quiet, you're playing with your phone case over there.
You're right. It's like my fidget spinner.
I know. All right. I also have a top 10. I actually have two top 10s this week, but my first is Will Zalatoris. I'm going back to Will again. Top 10 plus 330, 25 units. I felt pretty safe on this pick. I feel pretty comfortable that this should be easily attainable for Will. He had a great start to the season, start-ish, like a couple weeks in. Kind of quiet down a little bit, but I'm excited to see him come back and have some success this week.
Okay, yeah, I think he's on the ride back up. We know he's got the game, just a matter of rounding back into form. He's got it back from his hiatus off with an injury. Let's just see him put it all together for a week maybe. My next one, I'm going Benny On. He had top 5 last week. This past week, so I'm going for top 10 this week, plus 350, 23 units for Benny On. It's a similar course, right? It's a really long course. He's really good with his long irons and off the tee. It's just that putter that kind of gives him struggles. So hopefully we can have a plus strokes gained on the greens this week, and then as long as he strikes the ball like he typically does, I think he'll be in good shape to be a top 10 there. But yeah, it's really just that putting for him. He went to that broomstick, same as Zalatoris did, and it's helped him a little bit.
Did you try to mallet?
The mallet, everybody needs to try the mallet. Mallet and broomstick. I mean, shoot, how unstoppable! Never miss a putt again.
I'm telling you, it's a game changer for these guys. They should be listening.
But yeah, so yeah, top 10 for him. Just keep the train rolling. Coming off a good week, good feels all around. Just need a top 10 plus 350. I like that. 23 units.
I got another top 10 as well. Jason Day. So I'm riding a momentum shift here. He made the cut last week, but I think we say like T50, T30, T50.
59.
So not a stellar performance for him, but I'm feeling a momentum shift start swinging back. Sometimes it takes that, Sometimes it takes a little bit tougher of a finish to get that little spark, that little drive to want to succeed and to turn those results around, and a little mindset shift. So I'm going Jason Day top 10 plus 400, 21 units.
That's like what I talked about last week, right? Like you have a lot of good finishes, then a bad, then like a breakthrough.
Yeah.
We kind of went through that last week. I think we were talking about that, my theory there. So yeah, riding off the theory there. I like it. Okay, see a bounce back week. I got my next turn here. I'm going with my outright. So I'm going with Hovland. I got Victor. Oh, I'm sorry. Skipping ahead. I skipped the pick here. Hideki and Corey Connors parlay both top 20. So Hideki, he's volatile, man, but he's been playing well. He's been a little better. He's a little like more consistent. Not quite like Spieth this year. He's played a little more consistent. Spieth, don't even want to talk about it. And Corey Connors, again, another both elite ball strikers. Hideki, I think he's number 1 strokes gained around the greens this year. Number 1 so far this year in the PGA season. Corey Connors, he's similar to Ben On, outstanding ball striker, just needs to get the putting rolling. And I think they both have good chances here. So I'm going top 20. Just need top 20 for both of those. That's plus 480, 20 units. I like that. Those odds for a top 20 for both of those. Short field, 68 players. So just a top 20 for that.
I like it. I was going to say, hot take real fast. Does Jordan Spieth haven't record another win?
Ever?
Yeah, ever.
He's going to win another win.
Think so?
Oh, yeah, definitely.
He's probably, 30?
I don't think he's 30 yet.
Really?
Yeah, I think he's
God, am I blind?
Yeah, I think him and Thomas are like 29.
God, why do I feel like he's like
been
30?
Around forever. I mean, he won the Masters at 21, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I want to say
he's 30.
Oh, is he?
Yeah.
Okay. So, yeah.
Still, I thought he was like 32, 33. I don't know. It's just so goddamn volatile, man.
But that's the thing. He does have high highs. It's just you never know when it's coming or what it's going to look like. You never know.
And after that, man, it just plummets.
Well, did you see him strike that guy with his drive?
Yeah,
smoked him in the elbow. Ended up in the fairway, though. Like the most Spieth thing to ever happen.
Of course.
Well, it's like, I forget what the event was last year, but it was like going into the water and like hit off somebody and then went to the fairway.
He bought his drinks for the rest of the week.
Yeah, I gave him a glove, I think. I forget what it was, towards the end of the season, I think.
I wonder if he just carries extra gloves and a Sharpie with him. He's like, I'm going to hit someone this week. Might as well load up. He has like FootJoy just give him a pack of 6 gloves just to keep in his bag just in case.
Just in case you knock somebody's
like,
eye out.
I got it. What size glove are you, sir? They pull out the whole inventory.
Jordan, we're running out of these extra gloves.
Yeah, exactly. You got to start hitting women, man. We're running out of the men's sizes. That's not what I meant by that.
What the heck? I have to edit that out.
I meant from when you hit I meant when you hit him out of bounds, the ball out of bounds, like he carries everyone's glove size.
This will unfortunately be Matt's last podcast.
Listen here. I was getting hot in here. That's not what I meant to say. That sounded horrible after I said it. Wow. All right. Okay, hopefully.
All right, let's next pick.
Hopefully, Apple Podcasts doesn't listen in on that one. We're for sure getting banned. All right, Jordan, oh God. Wyndham Clark is my next pick. Wyndham Clark, top 5 finish, 5 plus 550, 16. No, Wyndham. Oh my God, I'm all over the place. Wyndham Clark, top 5 finish, plus 330. 24 units for Wyndham Clark.
What's there's like 2 commercials, right? It's like the Take 5 bar,
Yeah.
And then also like the Snickers, like, oh, you're not yourself when you're
hungry.
You're hungry. The Snicker.
Dude,
need a reset.
I need a heart. Someone needs to pull the battery out of me. And
all right, so Wyndham Clark, yeah, okay. Yeah, what was his odds?
Plus 330. 24 units.
Yeah, I mean, he's the big dog. God. He's really, I mean, he finished second to Scotty in 2 of those wins, right?
Yeah.
Not good at the Masters, notably. Yeah.
No.
That's all right. He's definitely.
He's had a little bit of time, and I think he goes back to a course he's comfortable in, and he's able to make a move. I just saw that he just did a practice round at Pinehurst number 2, just last week, I believe. So he's even preparing for the U.S. Open, and
is he spreading himself too thin? I mean, he can't be thinking that far ahead, man. Come on,
I don't know.
But yeah, he is world number 3. Yeah, like I said, I mean, I think he's probably playing better than Rory right now. I mean, over the last 2 months, I would say.
You think he's played better than Rahm?
That's hard to say. Comparably. I mean, Rahm finished better than the Masters. The same event. It's only kind of comparison we have really. But Rahm's playing extremely well at LIV, but without a win, but still playing extremely well. I would maybe give a slight nod to Wyndham, but I would have him like the same tier. I would say same tier probably. Yeah.
I gotcha.
All right, my next one here. Oh yeah, okay. So I kind of teased it there for a minute. My next turn here, I'll go My outrights, I'm going Hovland. He took a lot of time off. He's trying to fix the swing. He's had some struggles, but I'm going with Hovland. I know you picked him at the Masters, and I think he was like 33-1, something like that. And I'm like, that's probably the longest odds you're going to get for Hovland ever.
Yeah.
For a major like that. So because he's got game, just doesn't have it. He hasn't had it previously, but I'm getting him here at 25-1, 2,500. I'm going 10 units. Not as long as you got it, but again, I think if he does come out and play well, you're not going to get him. I bet.
That's what she said, my friend.
What did I say?
Not as long as you got it.
Oh, that's a stretch.
That would also be that's what she said too.
So yeah, 20. So I think I'm gonna go out on a limb and say 33-1 that you got him at, and the 25-1 that I got him at here. It won't be longer than that the rest of the season for the rest of the other majors.
I hope so, man, because it's going to lead into my next pick, which is, do you have anyone else besides Hovland?
Yeah, so I'm going Hovland for 10 units on the 25-1. I'm going Cam Young, same odds, 2,500, same bet, 10 units. Again, long hitter. I think it's going to fit the course. And man, we know he has game. Just waiting for that breakthrough. And then I'm going Homa, actually. I'm going Max Homa.
I looked at Homa.
Outright, 20-1, slightly shorter, but 12 units on that one. Homa, big dog. He had his best major finish at the Masters ever. So I think we know he has it. I think he won at this course 2 years ago. He won here at the Wells Fargo 2 years ago.
Oh, yeah, that sounds right.
And so we know he likes the course, and he's not necessarily a great fit course-wise, the super long course, but we know he's won here before, so I think that's I like that. So 12 units on the 20-1.
So going back to Victor Hovland, because that is my next pick. I do agree. I think, and I agree, and I just hope as a Victor Hovland fan that this is the longest odds we see him at, because I just don't understand his thought process. I'm not there, obviously. I'm sure it was the right decision to make a swing change after completing last season.
Yeah, he looked. I think I said at the end of the Tour Championship, at the end of the season, that we talked about how there's a big three: Rahm, Rory, and Scotty.
Mm-hmm.
And I said that he's going to make it a big four.
Yeah,
because we thought he'd be there. He looked like it. He beat.
Yeah.
He dominated really the Tour Championship and BMW leading into the Tour Championship. Played well at the Ryder Cup even, and it looked like it. And then I don't know, he just kind of reverted back. I'm not sure what there was. Maybe he was swinging it well, but didn't. I don't know how you play that well and don't feel great about your swing. But I don't know. So hopefully he gets it back. He showed some signs. I think the first round at the Masters, I want to say he was top 5, or at one point in the round he was later in the round. Through 13 holes, he was top 5, and then kind of finished poorly.
At one point in the round when he was the first group out.
Well, yeah, but he showed some flashes, but didn't have it consistently. So
But I'm going Victor Hovland top 5 finish plus 550, 16 units. So a heavy top 5. Again, I like the odds. Victor, I still see that. There's still a little bit of a hope in me with Victor this season. I still have it. I haven't hit the point where I'm not touching him until I start seeing some signs.
He's not gonna play this poorly forever. We know that. So it's just a matter of time before he gets it right. And
I'm thinking this is
get the good odds while you
soak it up. All
right. Last one for myself here. I'm going with my pick, Tommy Fleetwood, but I want a long shot. So I'm going back to my pick. I think I did a couple times.
Let me guess. First round leader and route, right?
Yeah, I'm going first round leader and to win. Tommy Fleetwood. The odds are 200-1. So we gotta go for it, right? I think his straight up odds were 25, 22, something like that.
Yeah, that sounds right.
I'm just putting a little sprinkle of 3 units on that one. 3 units for 200-1. First round leader and to win. Whatever. It's just Hail Mary. You got it's like on Madden, 4 verts. Just chuck it deep. Just run.
Hopefully they're not playing prevent defense.
That's all right. We got Megatron out there. Just jump up and grab it.
All right, my last one is a triple chance. I got Morikawa, Cantlay, Fleetwood, plus 650, 14 units. So Morikawa is the one I'm looking for. Cantlay is another one kind of similar to Hovland-ish, where it had a pretty great season. It was remaining pretty consistent last season, and this season just haven't seen too much from him. And then especially because them in the team aspect, and I'm forgetting the name of the tournament now, the Zurich. That him and Xander, just didn't perform. I think it was back-to-back years they didn't perform. But then I got Fleetwood, so similar things what you're saying. Just of course a Fleetwood fan, everyone is, and back with Butch Harmon, like we mentioned before, I think it's just a matter of time. So I'm glad he was a part of that triple chance and went after it. So like I said, plus 650, 14 units for the trio there.
Okay. Yeah. So that's betting corner. Let's get back on the. I guess you had a win, but we're negative. But let's get back in the positive train here this week. I feel better about the picks this week. I like it. I like my odds here. I did have a couple of things I wanted to add before we sign off. I did have one more news and notes. I didn't feel like it was proper to put it in news and notes. I thought it was just a good shout out. We don't put out like equipment news and notes a whole lot really, but Superstroke acquired Lambkin grips. Thought that was maybe worth a shout out.
That's interesting.
Yeah, so Superstroke acquired Lambkin. Lambkin been around longer. They've been over 100 years.
Wow.
Yeah. So Superstroke acquires them. They basically just said, "Hey, I saw that there's a press release and all this, by the executives, shouting out how great their quality is, all this." So figured I'd shout out that. Then another thing we saw, I think a few weeks ago, Rory going back to the policy board, taking Webb Simpson's spot, and there were some quotes that came out. One in particular that I saw on Twitter X says it was a article from Adam Shupak, but then there was this one quote that I saw that got extrapolated. So the quote is, "We need Rory back on the board. Had he stayed on, he could have neutered Cantlay. He's the only one with power to neuter Cantlay. We need Rory to keep Cantlay from ruining the tour." So Cantlay's the big dog. He was the one that kind of took over the head honcho role of the policy board when Rory left, and doesn't seem like everybody's aligning with Cantlay.
That's crazy you're saying that, because I saw it's different.
Really?
This just came out an hour ago too. Okay, hang on. Let me come back to that because it's also from Nuclear. I saw. So
you saw in support of Cantlay?
So listen, I saw sources tell Golf Digest that Patrick Cantlay, Jordan Spieth, and Tiger Woods were among the PGA Tour player directors who didn't wish to welcome Rory McIlroy back to the policy board.
Huh.
So that's what I saw from. That's what I thought you were gonna say. And Nuclear posted this, so that was interesting. But then I just saw this, that the Associated Press is reporting that Tiger Woods will be the only tour player to participate in direct negotiations with the Saudis. He will join Commissioner Jay Monahan, Board Chairman Joe Gorder, John W. Henry of Fenway Sports, and Joe... Am I spelling that guy's name? You're good with names.
Was it Ogilvy?
Ogilvy, as the two sides look to strike a deal.
Well, that also just kind of harkens back to the point that is it a player on tour or not? What is so Tiger's the only one that's doing it?
Yeah.
What's the point of the policy board if only one player has their voice heard when the matter? I don't. Everything about this whole merger thing just makes no sense to me. And it doesn't sound like anybody knows what the heck anything means.
Yeah.
Red is blue, blue is red, gray is white. Nobody knows what anything means. What's the point of of these?
This is, I tell you what, man. Getting thinking about golf when I was younger, I thought it was all preppy, and just not a lot of news going on. There's so much, so much is happening from a golf standpoint that almost every day, every couple of days, something comes out, and I'm like, really? Damn! There's just something else continues to happen, more and more drama, and I don't know. This is interesting.
And plenty of headlines, that's for sure.
Yeah.
That's gonna do it, I think, for this episode of Cactus Golf Golf Club. Cactus Golf Podcast. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, share with your friends. You had your moment. Let me have my moment.
There we go.
I'll take my moment, whatever yours.
Yours is much better.
That'll do
Mine
it.
gets me canceled.
For episode 83. Tune in next week. Peace.
See you guys.